What is up guys, and welcome back to another TBC Classic video. Today we are looking at the best gold farms in TBC Classic right now, at least in my opinion and based on my own personal experience. Whenever I am looking for good gold farms in the open world, I always consider three things: the price of the materials that I'm farming for, their drop rate, and the competition. The higher the price and the higher the drop rate, the more potential gold per hour you can get from the farm, but if there is a lot of competition, aka other people farming in the same location, that will impact the efficiency of your farming session, so a technically slightly worse location with way less competition might actually be the better option. So today we will be looking at a couple of gold farms that you can use right now to farm gold in TBC Classic, which some of you might be doing to stock up some gold for Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Speaking of Wrath of the Lich King, if you're into gold farming and gold making in Wrath, you might want to check out my gold guide for Wrath Classic, which contains the very best gold farms in Wrath of the Lich King, based on testing out every single factor on various servers, how to make gold with professions, which items to farm in phase 1 of Wrath, several unique gold making strategies that can make you tens of thousands of gold, and best of all, investments. There are tons of items that you can buy right now in TBC Classic that might increase massively in price in Wrath, giving you potentially thousands of gold in pure profit. If you haven't checked out the guide yet, make sure you do so through the link down below in the video description as well as the pinned comment, and use the code Solheim for 50% off. Alright, we have quite a few gold farms to check out today, so let's begin. Since my last TBC Classic video, things have spiced up quite a bit. We now have phase 4 out and we are getting closer to phase 5, and some items have increased a bit and quite a bit in price. The main things that I want to focus on in terms of prices is Primal Life, Primal Fire, and Rank 5 Scrolls. Primal Life has gone up in price massively. Primal Fires have also gone up from about 12 gold to 24 gold-ish, and Rank 5 Scrolls, specifically Agility Scrolls, have gone from 10 gold up to 15 gold. So let's start this video off with Primal Fires, as Primal Fires have gone up in price quite a bit, almost doubling in price the last couple of months. Several Primal Fire farms have resurfaced. The first one that I want to look at is the Throne of Killer Addon, which is probably the most known Primal Fire location, and it's the most known for a reason. This is a hyperspawn gold farm, which means that you can farm here at pretty much a pretty high efficiency without having to care about competition. I think you can have up to 12 people farming, and as long as you all have your own farming locations, you are all farming at maximum efficiency because they respawn so fast. At the peak of TBC Classic, I was making about almost 500 gold per hour from this location, and right now it's about 300 gold per hour. So if that's a decent gold per hour number for you, then this farm might be worth checking out. If the Throne of Killer Addon farm is overfarmed or just completely swarmed on your server, I also have a backup Primal Fire farming location in Blade's Edge Mountains, which is a great alternative if you can get the location to yourself, but this location becomes absolutely terrible if you have quite literally any competition whatsoever. Next up then, Primal Life. With the massive surge of Primal Life lately, a lot of old gold farms have also resurfaced, and all of these are located in Sangramaj, and you are basically focusing on Boglords. These can be farmed in the western and northeastern locations of Sangramaj, and as they are level 62 to 64 mobs, they are incredibly easy to farm and can be farmed by every single class. That being said though, at the western location, they are quite clumped together, making them very good for AoE farming classes, such as Protection Paladins, Mages, or even Boomkins, because of fast tags. If you are planning on farming these on any class, I do recommend having Herbalism, as you can herb the mobs after killing them for additional loot, such as additional vendor trash, additional herbs, and best of all, even more modes of life, which can be turned into Primal life. All of these locations are absolutely incredible at the moment. Personally, I do prefer the western locations, simply because there are more mobs available and they are closer together, allowing for more efficient farming sessions. Plus the northeastern locations is always packed with bots, which makes me kinda depressed. In terms of gold per hour, these gold farms can easily net you around 300 gold per hour, potentially even more as well, and once again the gold per hour will be challenged by competition. As these mobs are also level 62 to 64, it is also a very good location for farming gold on alts, or if you are new to TBC Classic and you want to farm some gold while also leveling up. As for Scrolls of Agility, the rank 5 scrolls that I mentioned earlier in this video, I like to farm these with my fell Armament farm located at the entrance to Shadowmoon Valley at Legion Hold, where you can farm Legion Hold Warlocks and Summoners with a hyper-spawning mechanic. These Warlocks and Summoners respawn incredibly quickly, and you can be several people farming together without interrupting each other, which is really good for open world gold farms, as competition is a natural part of the game. I have talked about this farm a couple of times before, and I don't imagine it's new to any one of you, but now you know where it's located and I'm telling you it's pretty good, so go and test it for yourself, and let's move on to another category of items, Primal Water. For Primal Waters, my current go-to farming location is in Shadowmoon Valley, a little bit north in the middle. I don't really know what to call this location, but it's at the Coilscar Lake. Over here you have a bunch of water elementals available to you, with a really decent drop rate on Primal Waters, which have a really decent price right now on my server. Not only that, but this location is also completely empty at almost every single hour of the day on my server, making it a really decent gold farm because of the price, drop rate and competition principles that I mentioned at the start of this video. Now, if competition ever becomes a problem for you, this is actually a hyper-spawning location, so you can be up to 4 people farming at maximum efficiency at the same time, as long as you set it up correctly. So this big pool is only one part of the farm, and this big pool can be split into 2 parts, splitting it right down the middle. You also have a smaller pool up here with 2 to 3 additional water elemental spawns that needs to be farmed, and you have another spawning location to the east that also have 3 water elemental spawns, plus there is 1 awkward water elemental in the middle of the Coilscar. All of these water elementals are connected, so as long as they are all farmed, you can trigger a hyperspawn mechanic, which allows you to be several people farming here without interrupting each other or impacting each other negatively. It is also worth mentioning that you can actually fish up primal waters by looking for clear water pools in the ground, which can spawn up and down the river as well as at the elemental plateau. Pretty much just scout the waters of Nagrand while fishing or looking for fishing pools. This seems to be a forgotten primal water farm right now, and it's actually pretty decent. Last but not least, if you do have a rogue, then stealth farming dungeons is still incredibly lucrative, and personally I'm constantly doing the Steam Vault, which is both very profitable and incredibly easy. The prices of herbs have also been on an upward trend, so if you have herbalism on a character, it might be time to start flying around and picking flowers again, and specifically Nightmare Vines from Shadowmoon Valley, as well as Dreaming Glory and Netherbloom, have gone up in price quite a bit on my server. So yeah, that is pretty much it guys, a walkthrough of how to make some gold in TBC Classic that hopefully some of you found helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please consider clicking that thumbs up button, and check out my gold guide if you want early access to investments and gold farms for Wrath Classic. And if you are looking for more Classic WoW content, both for TBC and for Wrath, you might want to click that subscribe button. It is completely free and you can always change your mind later. Plus you've stayed this far into the video, so at this point, what do you have to lose? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.